Drinking my green tea. Let me just put that down. So hello everyone. Happy Friday. It is Friday, April the 21st. The sun is kind of trying to come out here today in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. But it's kind of been raining on and off the last few, yesterday was pouring and today, of course, raining on and off. So how is everything in your world? I'd love to know. And as promised, I'm going to be talking about sleep issues today. There's, especially when it comes to premenopausal, we as women, often our sleep patterns change, with the hormones change, but there's a lot of other things that cause that. And even if you're non-premenopausal, so that's middle life. And if you're wondering when premenopausal can hit, it's for women anywhere between 35 and 55 years of age. If you're just coming in, thumbs up, heart, so I know you're there. Say hi, and I can personally say hi to you. So, touching on sleep issues, hormonal changes, okay. You know, a lot of women have come to me and said, I'm having these sleeping issues, whatnot. But then when I ask you, how late do you stay on your electronics? So whether that's your mobile phone, whether that's an iPad, whether that's a computer or laptop, how late are you on it before you go to bed? And one person was specifically that asked me, I'm having sleep issues, hormonal changes. And then when I was posting on Facebook this morning, I noticed, they were on it like less than an hour before they went to bed. So if you're on any electronics, within a 60-minute span of before you go to bed, that is going to be a key issue why you are not sleeping well. There's so many studies that are out there, proven studies, that the electronics emit a blue light. So think of blue light as equivalent to sunshine. How do you feel when the sun, is shining on you? You feel energized and awake and alive, and your brain becomes totally active. Am I right? Well, blue light is doing the same thing. The blue light is causing your brain to become active and awake and ready to take on the day, when in reality, you need to and you should be unwinding for the day. So, one habit you need to really, really break, and I mentioned this to my shape shift session ladies. That's my fitness classes that I do Tuesday, Thursday evenings, and starting up Wednesday, Friday mornings. I said to them, I'm going to say to you, think of that hour before you go to bed. If you were on those electronics 1 hour before you go to bed, that is now 1 hour less of your life. So now you've reduced your life by 1 hour. Multiply that by 7 by a week. That's 7 days. That's now 7 hours. Okay. We're looking at a month. That's 30 hours, 24 hours in a day. You've now shortened your life by 24 hours and more, right? So I'm hoping that kind of help hits home. I mean, before all these electronics existed, you survived, right? Without looking at them. There's no reason whatsoever. You need to know what's going on, and you need to be texting, and you need to be checking emails. Pick up the phone, and if you want to talk to somebody, do it over the phone. I mean, it's so much more personal, and you make a real human connection, a social connection. So get back to the old-fashioned way. If you really need to communicate with somebody, then do it over the phone instead. So I'm going to talk more about things to help you unwind, things that cause sleep issues. But one tip I really want you to follow through with, starting tonight: unplug from your electronics 1 hour, it's only 1 hour before you go to bed, okay? And in the morning, track down how you're feeling when you wake up. And, even track throughout the day how you're feeling. One of my clients I had, she was an online client and never ever, did this before. And she said, okay, I'm going to try it. So even from the first night she did that, she, contacted me the next day and said, oh my gosh, Tanya, I've never slept so well. I can't remember the last time I slept so well. So do it tonight. Let me know how your sleep was, because you unplugged a minimum 1 hour before you went to bed. Let me know how that was by, commenting below this video or messaging me. All right, so that's your tip. Now, other things that cause sleep issues, and I'm also going to touch base on what to help with your sleep issues, those sleep disturbances. All right, am I moving around a lot? Now, other sleep disruptors, since we were talking about the electronics, do you drink caffeinated drinks or alcohol before you go to bed? So first, touching on caffeine and specifically coffee. Yes, there's caffeine in tea, but it's a different, how do I explain in a non-scientific word? It's more simplified. So caffeine in coffee, it stimulates the brain again, right? Another stimuli to activate the brain. And it takes 6 hours to get out of your system, out of your body. So if you had a coffee at 4 o'clock, it's going to take you till 10 o'clock for that caffeine to get out of your system, for you to, get that body settled. And if you're having coffee at 7 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, log on 6 hours. Okay, so even though you're going to bed, at 10, 11, 12 o'clock, your body's not fully getting into that deep sleep that it needs to, so that REM, rapid eye motion. It's such an important part of sleeping. REM sleep is important for healing the body, for kind of recharging the body. REM sleep also allows your body to go in and do some repair. So REM sleep is so, so important. I mean, have you ever been in a deep sleep and all of a sudden something wakes you up and you can never fully get back to sleep? And then also in the morning, you're like, dragging your feet all day, you're dragging your feet. So good chance is you were in that REM, that really, really hyper deep sleep, level 4, and you were waking up and now you never fully got that REM sleep. So if that's happened to you, you know why. Again, coffee, the caffeine in it, it's not going to allow you to get in that deep sleep. So from those 2 tips I've mentioned so far, if you love it, thumbs up. If it resonates with you, great, send a heart, put thumbs up here as you're watching the replay. And finally, more sleep disruptors. If you're, watching late night news or you've read an article and it really upsets you and it makes you angry, that gets the adrenaline pumped, which wakes you up because you get into fight and flight mode, right? So you're ready to take on the world, like you're really angry. That raises like all these different hormonal things in your body and doesn't allow you to relax. So these are, 3 top things that disrupts having a good night sleep. As is, with that premenopausal too, it's even more important that you follow through with those things I mentioned. Now, things to help you, and I don't want to go on with other disruptors because those are the main ones, and guaranteed one, if not all of those 3 things, I've nailed it, right? You're like saying yes to 1 or to 2 or to 3 things. So change those, if they all apply to you, or if 1 applies to you, 2 applies to you, change it to the tips I gave you. And again, comment below and let me know, how your sleep was tomorrow, or tomorrow, yesterday and tomorrow and within 7 days. Comment below and let me know how it went. Now, things to help you go to sleep are exercise. So you knew I was going to say exercise, right? Exercise is so good for de-stressing. Exercise is good for repairing the body. Exercise is good for mental, wellness. And exercise is so good for overall, you're burning off that stress and letting your body relax and it doesn't matter morning or evening. Is one thing, you exercise and go to bed right after your body's not relaxed, but you can exercise, 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed and you're fine because your body's going to be in this really nice, relaxed state. So that is one thing. And, it's good to do exercise every day. So whether it's 1 minute of intensive exercise, up to half an hour, up to 40 minutes, that's great. You don't have to hit half an hour. You can do, 2-3 days a week. You can do that 20 minutes, half an hour. It's going to make a huge difference in your sleep quality. Okay, number 2 tip for you is, of course, think of what we do with our kids, all right? If you don't have any kids, think of, as you were a child, or maybe you have nieces and nephews or cousins, whatnot, that are kids. We give them a bath before bedtime, right? Bedtime helps relax them. And I'm not saying you have to take a bath, but, warm shower. However, if you're finding you're just not be able to relax before you go, then please go take a nice warm bath. And with a cup of Epsom salts will help your body even relax even more. And not hot, but just nice and relaxed. Clear your mind. Just lie in that bathtub. Think of how the water feels on your body and just focus on that. Nothing else. No work, nothing like that. I'm going to get a sip of my green tea here. My steeped green tea. So, excuse me. The fun adventures of life. And speaking of tea, herbal teas like chamomile are relaxing teas as well. Any kind of herbal tea, provided there's no caffeine, have that before you go to bed. That's something we do is, we have an herbal tea before we go to bed, and it just kind of helps warm up the body and it relaxes you. That's something else you can do. Again, you're not going to bring your electronics in your room. If you have a TV in your room, I highly, highly, highly suggest you get rid of it. There's no reason you need to watch TV before you go to bed. The electronics that are emitted, including that blue light, is going to activate you. And it's when we talk about clean and dirty electricity, I'm not going to go into that, but it emits dirty electricity, which is really toxic for your body. If you have alarm clocks, please have them away from your bed. That disrupts your sleep as well because it releases toxin. Have it on the dresser or, wherever your clock is put, it's away from your bed, away from you, not by your nightstand. Of course, your phones or electronics are not going to be in there. They are sleep disruptors. I already talked about that. Not only that blue light when you're on it, but the electronics that are emitted off cell phones, computers, and all that. Now, and I'm highlighting cell phones because I know a lot of people have their cell phones beside it with the alarm. Get rid of it. Get it out of that room, okay? It's emitting negative, toxic, dirty electrons, okay? Not good for you. Sleep disruptor. If you need, have an good old-fashioned clock radio or wind up, we have a clock radio. You actually have to get up from bed, and because it's not beside your bed, you get up, you go over to turn it off, not the sleep button, but turn off the alarm, and you're up. Nothing holding you back. So just to revamp what I talked about, sleep disruptors, caffeine, electronics, getting all like media news, negativity, those are all sleep disruptors. What helps you go to sleep is, nice warm bath with Epsom salt. If you want to add that, a cup of Epsom salt in there, a nice warm tea. Again, taking things like TVs, all electronics out of your bedroom, getting that cell phone alarm out of your bedroom. Use an old-fashioned alarm clock, whether it be clock radio or a wind-up, whatnot. And those are things that are going to help you unwind, help you go to sleep. One thing that I do, and I know a lot of people, followed up and they said it's really, really great too, is I read before I go to bed. I've learned not to bring books anymore, to read books before I go to bed. Because when it's a really good book, you don't want to put it down and then you're reading and it's so late, right? So I just read a magazine. It's simple. You don't need to be this brilliant mind to read it. The words are simple. And they're short articles, right? So whether it's like, I'm going to stop this article, I'm going to read that last page of it tomorrow. And that just kind of helps you, lie in bed, read it with your night light on, the electrical night light, nothing, your cell phone. It just kind of helps you unwind, get your mind clear, because all you're focused on is reading that article in that magazine. And if you want to, what happens for a lot of people is to journal as they're lying in bed, just to help clear their mind. No spelling mistakes is important, okay? If you have spelling mistakes, no big deal. Just sit there, write down, clear your mind. That often helps people as well. So any of those tips, comment below, and when you follow through, let me know how they went. Sleep disruptors, let me know again how it went with, getting rid of those things, not following through on those things. Let me know by commenting below this video. If you're watching the recording, give me thumbs up, hearts. Let me know what you thought. Any last minute things? Did I miss anything? I do not think so. So 20 minutes is what I try and keep my live chats at. If you liked anything I shared with you, please hit the like button below. If you are watching this in my YouTube channel, please hit like, follow my YouTube channel, hit the like button. And if you are finding anything useful and helpful, and it would help any of your friends, family members, coworkers, please hit the share button below. And again, if you're watching on my YouTube channel, please share this video as well. One more thing, if you're premenopausal, I do have a private Facebook page specifically geared for premenopausal women. It is a group page where we share things on our journey. I offer tips. I go in there, do live as well. It's called Secret Passage to Premenopausal Journey. If you're not sure, thinking, what was that again, Tanya? I will post it below this video, or you can go and message me on Facebook and let me know again what that is, and I will share that page with you. You just need to request to join, and I will get you in there. All right, that is it for my talk with Tanya every Friday, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. See you next Friday. It's the last Friday of April, next Friday. I cannot believe it. Wishing you a wonderful weekend. Make important time for yourself, for your health, your wellness, and your fitness. One more thing before I forget. Next week, I am having come and try out a week of my Shape Shift sessions, fitness classes. They are KW's only specifically geared fitness classes to premenopausal women, premenopausal moms, middle-aged moms, 35 to 55 years old. Message me and I'll give you details for your pre-pass. That's next week. We'll see you then. Take care. Thank you for listening, and all the best to you. See you next week. Bye.